Oh hey, what's up you beautiful people? Welcome to Chest Day. Now, you might say, Logan, you have missed us out on at least 3 to 4 videos. I have, and I do apologize for that. Lately, I have been going through a little bit of down point in my life. I hit pretty rock bottom for the past week. Hence why I haven't uploaded 2 Sunday vlogs, which have been, owed. And any other workout videos, or any video for that matter. I'm not going to get into it, but I do owe you all an apology for not uploading, so I am sorry for that. But we have chest day today. I'm going to let all my emotions out, and I'm going to get as best of a video as I can for you guys. I'm not using my mic right now, but I'll use it later. It is calibrated and ready to go. But right now, for a little pre-workout meal, need to get those carbs, that energy, and a little bit of protein just to get me, kick-started and going. I got my mac and cheese. Warmed it up. No idea if it's safe to eat or not because it was sitting on the kitchen counter right next to my cat. Maybe he was licking it. Maybe he was doing something to it. Who knows? Maybe he was just making out with the cheese. But putting that aside, I'm gonna munch this the hell up, get to the gym, and make as best of a video as I can for you guys because I owe it to you for having a whole week without videos. So, I'll get this done. It is currently 11:30 at night, but I'm doing it for you guys. So, I'll see you all in the gym in one moment. What's up, sweethearts? We're in the gym now. One other person, but we can work past that. Because I am an introvert and I hate social interaction. Just gonna get straight into warm-ups and then probably hit a few heavy sets. Shouldn't be hard. But you need to do them if you want to get good working sets. To really activate the muscles. Me personally, I think the best warm-up is going down slow and then just really shoving it up there. Real simple. As long as you throw the weight around, it'll work well enough. When you extend the muscles, deep stretch, you do that slowly. When you contract the muscles, like your chest and your triceps, pushing up, use as much force as possible because that's what they're intended for, the force. They don't need to stretch. You just got it going down slow. That's the part you need to control. You never gain strength from just pushing it up slowly. Time under tension, yeah, that's good and all. Strengthening your tendons, but if you want to get stronger, you gotta learn during your warm-ups, during your sets, push it through as hard as possible. But you do you. I can't decide for you, but I'm doing my working set. My God. That's a good one. Speaking of heart attacks though, I went on a run last night. And I don't know if it was because I was running at a faster pace than I typically do, but I catch my breath. I got about half a mile to a mile in, and it was like I couldn't breathe. Stayed like that till I got home. Then it got worse. I literally had to force air into my lungs. My chest was tight. I want to say I'm fine, but I have no idea. but that day I did smoke for the first time in a while. And the day before, I did inhale a lot of smoke from Screamtown, which uses a lot of fake smoke from smoke machines and stuff. So maybe that contributed to it, you know, excess smoke inhalation, but I have no idea. Where's Freaky though? Thought I was gonna die. I can't die though. Practically immortal. 19 looking like this. Just imagine me at 21. I'll hit a heavy set. You know, I'm loading up 315 on this now. And for this machine, you know, it doesn't really mean anything. You load up 315 and it's more like pushing 225 or like 250 pounds on normal bench. But I will say last week, I did hit 315 pounds on bench press, screamed an F-bomb real loud and freaked out the whole gym, but it was worth it. You know, I was scared at first. You know, I was pumping out. I got 275 for 3. Figured I probably shouldn't do it for anymore, put it down. Pump myself up with some tunes. You know, I remember I picked it up. I started going down on that puppy. And it went up a little slow. That I feel like. But, I mean, it went up like butter. So, maybe one of these next videos, I'll have to try and hit 325 pounds on bench press. Making a new PR. I've never hit above 315, so I'll definitely have to see. The bulk is going very well though. I will say that in the time that I haven't recorded videos, the bulk is going really smoothly. I'm still maintaining a good lean muscle mass, and it is feeling peachy. Gotta remind you out there, if you are bulking, bulk clean. Don't bulk dirty. It's never worth it. Even if you are on a budget. I made a video about this once. And now that I look back on it, I take back what I said. Diets, everything should be clean. Don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts almost never work out. So, yeah, but heavy set. That was good. Really felt that. So I'm gonna deload a plate. I'm thinking I'm gonna go down to like a plate and a quarter. I'm gonna do 185 for just some sets where I focus on the contraction of my upper pec. All right. Kind of hyperextend at the bottom. Then as I get to the top, kind of bend my spine a little to force my body to use my upper pecs more. Emphasize and isolate the muscle. 185, once again, I'll say it. Focus on the contraction and emphasization, isolation. Second word I said there isn't even a real word, but I'm gonna emphasize my upper pecs. You know, that real fullness, like you see in some bodybuilders, where their pec kind of blends into their front delts. You can really help that out, make your pecs look a lot fuller with incline movements. So that's what I'm gonna do, so I can look like a big boy. Because that's what we all want to be, big boys. Unless you're a girl, you can't really be a big boy. Who knows? It's 2024. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. Ooh. It hurt, but it felt good. I'll do one more set. And then I'll mosey on over to dips. My favorite second exercise. Never my first. Maybe we can change that up one day. Not today, though. Bit too late for that now, isn't it? Wooza. I'm still trying to mentally recover from the stuff that I've been through as of recent. And, you know, for all you guys out there, this is a man to man. I ain't perfect. I did a really bad thing and I feel terrible about it. It not only hurt me, and it really hurt my significant other. It's a decision that I made with shitty circumstances at a shitty time, with everything was shitty, and I have to live with that. You know, it eats me up inside what I did. And it eats me up inside trying to fix it. But to all you men out there that are thinking about doing something that you know you shouldn't, just know that it's not worth it. It's never going to be worth it. As much as you try and make it seem like it'll fix something, it'll fix nothing, and it'll end up ruining everything. There's always a chance to fix it. But that doesn't take away the fact that you still did it. And that it will haunt you for the rest of your life. If, like me, you truly do love your significant other. And I do truly love her. So I do truly feel terrible and regret what I did. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to make as many videos, but I will definitely try. But I need to focus on myself first before I can focus on anyone else. And that goes for YouTube as well. Because you guys only deserve the best. And I can only put out the best when I'm feeling the best. So, it's gonna take work, but I'll make it happen. Well, that's enough yapping. I got working sets. Okay. Dip time. Okay. Uno momento. You know, I don't want to sound full of myself. And I'm in a room alone so I can say whatever. But me personally, I feel like looking the way I do 19 naturally with no enhancers, nothing. I feel like I'm pretty exceptional. And you know, I feel like I'm that like 1%. I don't want to sound cringy or corny, but I feel like maybe I have some potential to be someone someday, you know? Well, anyway, we're gonna do 4 sets of dips. It's gonna be built up like this. I'm gonna do 2 sets where I control myself going down, go up. The other 2 sets, after the first 2 sets, are just gonna be me spamming them out, basically building up a pump. But working on moving fast and then slow and controlled, the 2 ways of movement that I really like to train. So that way you can, get a little bit of both. Because in wrestling, the biggest thing that I took from it, you're only as fast, you're only as good, you're only able to perform as well as you train. If you always train slow, you're gonna be slow. If you always train fast, you're gonna be fast. So by incorporating a little bit of both, you gain a little bit of both. So, yeah. Right. 1 set. That was pretty good. Best thing you want to do with those type of sets though, absolute full range of motion. Extend, not to the point where it's uncomfortable, but to the point where you'll be a little bit weaker, because if I'm benching, for example, and I only stay the top half of the motion, yeah, I'm going to be stronger, I'm going to get more reps, but it's not really doing too much. You go down to a weak point, can't really get it up. That's where you're building strength. So keep it in your noggin. You got to go down to your weakest points to build up your strongest. You can never have your strongest point built up if you never build a base on that weakest. So build up your bases, and your peaks fucking skyrocket through the moon and beyond that. Yeah. Ideally, no one else comes here while I'm recording, but I'm getting a lot more social confidence. So maybe I'll still record. I probably will. Here we go, second set. First set was 12, second set, 8 to 12. See where it takes me. The 2 sets after are to failure. So no specified range, just as many half decent reps as I can get on. So. Okay, leave a little bit of gas. It makes virtually no difference. You always want to leave a little bit of gas in the tank for later. You go to absolute failure, you're not going to perform well. But you go to relative failure, you save that bit of gas in the tank, you build it up, and you use it when you need to. You really learn your body that way. Learn how to control how much you can push. How far you can push, actually. Not how much. But actually, yeah, how much for how long, basically. Just gotta think about it like educated endurance. You could technically do more, but you'll grow from doing the tiniest amount less. So, yeah. I don't know the science behind it, but I know that's how it works. If you don't believe me, search it up. You got guys like that one Nippard guy or whatever the science guy is. Yeah, him. All those science-based guys. They know a lot. Some things they are naive on, but they know enough to listen to. And I'll never know everything, and they won't know everything either. But combine what I say and what they say, and you can learn just about as much as you need to get by, some stuff you gotta learn on your own. What you can and can't tolerate, how far you can and can't push. And that'll change and adjust over time, and that's just something you gotta know. But aside from that, you gotta be willing to listen to everyone else. If you can't listen to anybody else, and you think you know everything, you're stuck here. If you think you know everything, you're not gonna have a reason to go any higher, get any better, because you know everything. But you open up that doorway and open up your mind and listen to what people have to say, your peak will elevate. You'll become a better person physically, emotionally, mentally, and in every way possible. But it's that first step to opening up that really gets you there. It's not gonna happen instantly, but like me, it happens eventually. I was very closed-minded when I was in high school. And now here I am, arguably one of the best 19-year-old lifters out there, in my opinion. My opinion is totally my own. I could be wrong to anyone else's. But to my opinion, I personally think I'm at least in the top 1% for 19-year-olds. Like, come on. That's good, I'm out for something. There we go. 2 last sets. Dipping out to max. And then I'll have about 2 to 3 more, probably just 2 more chest workouts. Move on to shoulders. And then we'll get to posing. And then we will be done after that. It's about 12 o'clock now. It's getting a little late. Late. Too bad I don't have any plans tomorrow. So, no worries on that. Well, I will try and make a video, but let's see how far are you with this first. Now, keep in mind, I'm just going till failure, not focusing on form. Okay. That's good. I like that. Now, rest for about 3 or so minutes, recuperate, recover, and hit the next set. Skadoosh. We're back. I'm gonna hit this one. And then move on to them flies. Cause you know me, soaring high, like Flappy Bird. So, just until I hit my head hard enough. But until then, let's keep her rocking. Okay, significantly less, but that tells me I should probably cut it so I can save just a little bit for the rest of my workout. Fly time. Nice, easy weight. Something to tolerate. I hate that that's as far back as it goes. It does not feel right. Maybe a little higher. There it is. Okay. Nice easy weight, my ass. Okay, I'll drop it from 150 to 110. And mitigate from there. I'll rest for a minute though. Don't want these puppies popping. I do want them popping, just not literally. We can work past that if they do though. A little bit of surgery, a little bit of steroids, and I'll be back on track. No, I'm just kidding, of course. I would die if I took steroids. I say that time and time again because I mean it. Steroids would make my heart die, or unalive itself, essentially. I have a very strong heart, but steroids would, because I had Wolff's Parkinson's white tachycardia growing up, so don't think you could handle that. Not gonna test it either, but anyway. No, that doesn't feel right. Right here. There's like too much tension. Okay, I'm not gonna push my limits, so I'm gonna be done with this. It's disappointing, I know, but that's weird. Haven't had that happen before, so I'm not gonna test my limits. Rest, recover, just do some shoulders. Ease it off, you know. Well, I'll pop over to free weights and get that started. This gym music is banging. Is it too bad? I hate it. I'd happily dance to it in a car ride, but not lifting weights. So, if anyone from Snap Fitness is watching this, do better. It's kind of annoying. I'll survive though, barely. But I'm gonna do a little bit more of upper chest, and then move on to shoulders. Just a little bit, just to tone it out. 60. Just gonna use one. Might have to go to 80s. It's a little bit too easy. I'll take that back. Ooh. I'm definitely feeling that in my front delts. So that is good for sure. Thinking one more set of that just to warm them up kind of. And then I'll just smoothly transition into shoulders. You know, some nice simple stuff. Yeah. You know, one day, I do genuinely hope to get sponsored one day by some sort of clothing brand or something. Supplement brand. I mean, that'd be really nice to promote a message and to reach out that way. But, you know, it's all about building who I am as a person on the internet, building a community with you guys, and, you know, just doing what I do. So, we will see for sure. Maybe one day, though, you guys will see me rocking some really nice gym apparel from an unspecified clothing brand that I'll magically announce, or something or the other. But who knows? Here's to hoping, though. Fingers crossed. Might even cross my toes for extra luck. Who knows though? Who knows about the toes? Not me. That's weird. Okay. That was good. I like that. Okay. So. That lighting is not doing a very good service. Ooh, that was a bad pose. Shoulders now. Yeah, ooh. See, now that looks good. That lighting. Oh. It's not doing any services. That's for dun diddly dun dun dun, sure. Oh, that's a good enough angle. Alright, first thing first. Wrestling mobility workout. We call these around the worlds because you go around your head. Kind of like the moon goes around the planet. Well, pretty simple. You just go one way 4 times, the other way another 4 times. You do that till failure. Really good for shoulder mobility and to day-to-day living. Well, yeah. That's a nice little warm-up. Set that puppy down and rest for a second. See, this is gonna look great in posing, but right now, it's kind of mediocre. Because I'm so fucking white that lighting is just doing a major disservice to me. Make me as shiny as the goddamn sun. But I'll be fine. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Eventually. Alright. That's that one done. Something I noticed though, when you train shoulders in a circular motion, it works a lot better. Like when I do this, it activates a lot more in my opinion than just regular raising. I am going light. Shoulders don't need to be heavy as hell. They just need to be moderate. Light to moderate. And they'll be worked just fine. Don't need to be pressing the 60s every time. Just something that makes you tired. Okay, put these puppies down. For my next set, I'll probably use the 25s. 25s for that. Bump up the weight a little bit. Just really tire out the shoulders. And then I will proceed. Lungs are full up. But I will proceed to do about 3 more shoulder exercises after this one, and then we're posing. So, yeah. I think I look decent. Like I said, the lighting is terrible. For me specifically. I'm Irish. I have very white skin. The only way you're seeing any definition is if you're seeing it in person. So, there is that. It's also why I placed 5th in my last competition. I was too white. Imagine that. Too white for a competition. My loss. Should have paid for another spray tan. Too bad they overcharge it like a motherfucker. Okay. Basically just got to the point where I was throwing them around. But, see how some of the veins pop up? And I was thinking of that one guy that's like, look at the vascularity. Fucking Halo Elite sounding ass. Fucker shredded, but Jesus Christ. Reminds me of my childhood almost. Playing as the Arbiter in Halo. Good memories. Very good memories. Shake them up. And get ready for the next. The key to healthy shoulders is rotator cuffs. If you have good rotator cuffs, you can do just about anything. That's why. You might look stupid doing the workouts for them, but it helps a lot in the long run when you're keeping them healthy. So just remember, keep your rotator cuffs healthy. Otherwise you can't lift. If you can't lift, what's the point? You know? That's like my whole life. But just a little bit of movement just to kind of help move them out. You know, get them cooked up. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, oh shit, 1.8 zoom. Going on to this puppy. Do some like good old open uppies that way. And then yeah. Screw it, we're moving. This one. This puppy. Drop that puppy to 9. And then you gotta just pump her out. Real simple though. Get a decent weight. I'd say about 15 pounds for me. Go down one more notch. Then, police. But they're coming for me. Nope, that is an ambulance. Headed towards my house. We're alright. Okay. Other side now. Can't really see it. See if you can look at my shoulder while I do it. Don't know if you could see that on camera, but yeah, I probably could have. That is that. One more set of that each. And then you know what? Honestly, that's it. You don't gotta do a lot for shoulders. You just gotta do enough. And trust me, I do enough in my spare time with my mini little wrestling workouts I do at home. I might have to upload one day. One day. Just maybe. But onto this one more time. Okay. Okay. Pose time. Oh, look at that sexy man in the mirror. Who let him in here? Could be me. Okay. You know what? I know a place with way better lighting. No. Not gonna look the best, but look better in this lighting. Oh, than up there. See, I've lost a little bit of definition, but I still think they look relatively good. I'm working on it though. It's a work in progress. Looks a little worse on the bulk, but it is still manageable. But anyway though, that is going to be the video. Pretty decent chest day. Really good pump. I'll tell you, it looks a way better in person. But sadly, most of you will never experience that. But once again, that's going to be the video. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do apologize for not uploading as much. I will try and fix that. But as for now, that's going to be the video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have an amazing day, night, whatever it is for you. And I do want you to remember that someone out there does love you and want the very best for you. They want you to be the best version of yourself. Don't let them down. Do not let them down. For me. If not for them, for me. But have an amazing night, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.